So what do women really want in a man? It's a great question, and today I'm going to let you in on the secret. We think it's looks, we think it's money, we think it's status, charm, or some secret line we haven't learned yet. But here's the truth. Women aren't looking for perfection. They aren't looking for the strongest, richest, or most handsome man in the room. What they're secretly searching for, what every woman longs for, is a man who is accountable. Accountable to his word, to his beliefs, to his commitments, to his actions, and even accountable to his flaws and fears. That's the man who creates safety. That's the man who inspires trust. That's the man every woman secretly wants. The mirage of attraction culture tells us attraction is about surface. Abs, cars, money, houses. Scroll social media and you'll see endless feeds of men flexing their wealth or looks. But surface level attraction fades. Looks age. Money comes and goes. Status is fleeting. A woman may be impressed by the surface, but she will only stay for the substance. And substance is accountability. Because when a woman chooses a man, what she's really asking herself is, can I trust this man with my heart? Can I trust this man with my future? Can I trust him with my vulnerability? That trust is built not on what you have, but on who you are. What does it mean to be accountable? It means your word is law. When you say you'll do something, you do it. Not when it's convenient, not when you feel like it. Always. It means you live by your beliefs, even when they're unpopular. You don't bend to trends. You don't abandon your values to fit in. It means your commitments are sacred to your partner, to your family, to your mission. You don't run when things get hard. It means you take responsibility for your actions. You don't shift the blame. You don't hide behind excuses. If you mess up, you own it. And it even means you're accountable to your flaws and fears. You don't pretend to be perfect. You don't hide your humanity. You face your weaknesses with honesty and courage. This is accountability, and accountability is irresistible. Why accountability is attractive? Because accountability equals safety. A woman wants to know if she gives you her heart, her trust, her body, and her future, will you hold it carefully? If she builds a life with you, will you protect it? If a storm comes, and they always come, will you stay or will you run? When a man is accountable, a woman feels safe. And safety is the deepest root of attraction. Accountability also equals respect. When you live by your word, when you own your flaws, when you show up consistently, you earn respect. And respect is the fuel of lasting desire. Accountability also equals leadership. A woman doesn't want to be dragged through life by chaos. She wants to walk beside a man who knows where he's going. A man who carries weight with steadiness. A man who takes responsibility for the direction of his life. Now let's go deeper. First, accountability to your word. Every promise you make is a brick. You're either building a fortress of trust or a ruin of disappointment. If you say I'll call you at 8, call it 8. If you say I'll be there, be there. If you say I'll never do it again, then don't. When your words mean something, your presence means something. Most men underestimate this. They think little promises don't matter. But to a woman, they matter deeply. Because every kept promise whispers, you can trust me. And every broken promise screams, you can't. Second, accountability to your beliefs. What do you stand for? Do you know? And more importantly, do you stand when it costs you something? A man without beliefs is a man without a backbone. And a man without a backbone cannot be trusted. Women respect men who have conviction. Not stubbornness, not arrogance, but conviction. A quiet, steady confidence in what they believe and why. When you live aligned with your principles, you become magnetic. because the world is full of men who bend. A man who stands is rare. Third, accountability to your commitments. A relationship is a commitment. A family is a commitment. Even your work is a commitment. Commitment means I will not quit when it's hard. And here's the paradox. Every woman knows you could leave. She knows freedom is always an option. But when she sees you choose commitment, choose loyalty, choose presence, that choice makes her feel safe. It says, you're worth my effort. It says, I'm not here until it's inconvenient. I'm here for the long haul. Fourth, accountability to your actions. Every man fails. Every man makes mistakes. But not every man owns them. The man who hides, denies, or blames is the man who cannot be trusted. The man who says, I failed, I was wrong, I will do better, that man earns respect. Why? Because he proves he can be trusted with reality. He doesn't need to be perfect. He needs to be honest. A woman doesn't want a flawless man. She wants a man who owns his flaws. Finally, accountability to your flaws and fears. This is the deepest level. Every man carries fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. Every man has flaws. Impatience, anger, pride, ego. The question isn't whether you have them. The question is whether you'll face them. The accountable man doesn't hide behind bravado. He doesn't need to pretend to be unshakable. He has the courage to say, these are my fears, these are my weaknesses, and I'm working on them. Do you know what that does? It makes a woman relax, because she doesn't have to wonder what's lurking in the shadows. You've brought it into the light. And that honesty, that courage, that humility, it's profoundly attractive. Now let me give you a metaphor about a fortress. A home built on a weak foundation might look beautiful. It might have all the latest finishes, the sleekest design, but one storm and it collapses. A home built on a solid foundation may take longer to build, it may require more effort, more sacrifice, but once it's built, it endures. Accountability is the strong foundation of a man's character. It's what makes women trust. It's what makes women stay. It's what makes women love. Every woman secretly wants that strong foundation. She may be distracted by the flashy house for a while, but deep down she longs for the man who endures. So how do you become this man? Keep small promises to yourself and others. If you say you'll go for a run, go. If you say you'll be on time, be on time. Small promises build the muscle of accountability. Know your values. Write them down. Decide what you believe and live it. Don't wait until life tests you to figure it out. Choose commitments carefully, then honor them. Don't commit lightly, but once you do, hold the line. Own your mistakes fast. Don't wait. Don't hide. Apologize, correct course, and move forward. Face your fears. Don't run. Name them. Share them. Work on them. These 5 practices will transform you, not overnight, but steadily. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I've failed in every one of these areas. I've told my wife I'll do something and then didn't follow through. I've struggled to own my own flaws, to admit my fears, and to show vulnerability. I've learned most of these lessons the hard way, through mistakes, through pain, through falling short of being the man I wanted to be. And even now, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still building. I'm still becoming the version of me I know I'm destined to be. Because here's the truth, very few men grow up with a perfect role model to guide them. Most of us don't have that example of accountability, of strength, of presence. That's why I share this with you. Not because I've perfected it, but because I'm walking it too. Together we can look at these truths, weigh them, and decide for ourselves if they'll help us become stronger men. Because the man every woman secretly wants isn't a flawless man, it's an accountable man. A man who's willing to own his journey, even when it's imperfect. So in closing, what kind of man do women really want? Not the millionaire, not the model, not the smooth talker. They want the man who is accountable to his word, to his beliefs, to his commitments, to his actions, to his flaws and fears. Because that man is safe, that man is trustworthy, that man endures. So before you chase attraction, before you chase wealth, before you chase status, chase accountability. Because when you become the man who is truly accountable, you become the man every woman secretly wants. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button and subscribe. And then you can hold me accountable to bring you more great content every week.